Hey guys, welcome to this week's Hot or Not Thursday. We are going to be swatching and talking about a brand new shadow from Revlon that is cream, 24-hour wear, and I'm actually really excited about this launch. It's very similar in my mind to the Maybelline Color Tattoos, which I have loved for a very long time. My only gripe about those is they do dry out pretty quickly, but when I saw that Revlon brought out a very similar thing, I grabbed them all. Or at least I thought I grabbed them all. There are 12 shades that they launched. I have 11. The one that I'm missing is a beautiful pink shade, which I'm like, ah. I looked online and I'm like, man, that is a really pretty color. If I see it in the store on another display, I'm gonna have to, swoop it up. If you go to Ulta.com or Walmart.com, they don't show the full collection, but if you go to Revlon's site itself, it will actually show you all the colors. But then the weird thing is it kicks you back to Walmart, which doesn't have all the colors. So it's a little bit confusing, but you can find all 12 on display in your local drugstores. We are going to swatch all of these. I'm going to talk you through my experience trying these out. I've actually been playing with them for about 3 weeks, and I have worn quite a few of these in videos, and you guys have really enjoyed it. They do say that they have 4 different finishes. I don't really understand that because it says it has a matte, satin, pearl, and metallic. In my mind, they almost all feel very metallic. They do have one matte shade, which is number 720. And the other really difficult thing is once you rip the plastic off of this container, you don't know whether it's a matte, a satin. It's really like I have no clue what is what because it doesn't say on the actual container. So you're kind of left a little bit mystified. You can see the color, you can kind of see what's going on through here. Like clearly that is not a metallic shade, but it doesn't give you that like stamp of just like, yes, this is what I think it is, because looking through the actual glass jar gives you an indicator of what the color is and a little bit about what the texture and shine is like, but it doesn't tell you the full story. These do swatch at different levels of intensity as far as satin, pearl, and metallic, and then you have your one matte shade. So that is kind of odd about the product. I don't like that. Something that I am blown away by the fact that I love this, because normally I hate applicators that come with drugstore makeup, especially even with higher end makeup. Like I have my Kevyn Aucoin palette right here, and I mean, you guys, I'm keeping this on my desk because I love this one to contour with, but even in expensive products, sometimes the applicators are like such a joke. So I'm surprised that this nifty little cap idea that they have where you pull out the applicator from the actual lid is not half bad. It picks up the right amount of product. I actually used this product today. I used the shade 705, and I'm wearing this on the center of my lid to kind of create like a soft halo on top of another bronzy shadow. And what I did was I took my little, see, it's still dirty. Oh, I should probably clean that. Don't judge me. Okay, so you probably want to clean these because they will harden up a little bit because it is a waterproof cream shadow. But my point is, you can actually swoop in here and put it directly on the lid and it disperses the product beautifully. This is not a throwaway little brush, and it clicks right back in here, which is so cute. You can toss this in your purse, you can do little touch-ups, you could create more of a smoky eye in the evening, add a little shine to the inner corner depending on what color you have with you, but it's nice that you have that little brush up top. So opening the actual container up, you have a beautiful cream shadow in here. This reminds me so much of the Makeup Forever Aqua Cream shadows. The quality in here is almost the same. I really, really was impressed. By the end of the day, every single time that I wore one of these shadows, I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, wow, really strong, intense color still, no creases, nothing's moving, just everything looked locked in so tight. So that is something that I really, really enjoy about this product. You can put it on top of powder shadows. You can put powder shadows on top of it. So it's very, very versatile. For $7.99, I am super impressed. None of this is sponsored. I purchased these myself. Revlon has actually offered to do sponsored videos with me, and for reasons behind the scenes, I just have said no and passed, but I still support the brand and like talking about them. So this is just like genuine gushing and loving a new launch. I definitely think these are worth a try if you're someone that likes colored bases as your primer before shadow, or if you just like the ease of using a cream shadow because they are very quick to apply and then they wear all day long. So let's go through the actual colors. We'll start with what I'm holding. This is 705. You can use this on top of almost every single color to kind of do a haloed, lighten, kind of brighten the center of the lid or inner corner. This is just like one of those very versatile, usable shades that will look great on everyone. It's very much a neutral champagne pale type of a highlight shade. So I really, really love this. Then you go to 710. This is a beautiful bronze shade. Oh my goodness. Really gorgeous. Look at that. So stunning and smooth and just easy to work with, gives you a ton of shine. It is not overly orangey warm. It's just a beautiful bronze that's very much neutral. Again, super flattering for any eye color, any skin tone, beautiful bronze shade. Then we have 715, which is more of a pearl. This one kind of, I don't know, it's not my favorite. It's darker and has only kind of a satin finish. This to me is just not special enough if I'm looking at the whole pile and thinking about picking just a couple of shades like a normal consumer would, because you know I bought every shade to swatch here and make a video, but me in my normal life, you know, pre-YouTube, I wouldn't stroll up to a display and like be like, hey, you're all coming home with me. So I just think this is kind of a like not that great of a color. It's a little bit patchy, harder to blend than the rest of them. All right, moving on. 720, this reminds me of a color tattoo that is a taupe shade. This has a little more warmth to it and is a little bit darker. Really beautiful as a base. You can do a killer smoky eye with this if you just apply this all over the lid and then take that champagne shade right here and either just focus on the inner corner or just pat it on the middle of the eye, or you could take any powder shadow as well. This is just a beautiful base that is going to give you a taupe smoky eye, or it can help you to do anything more on the neutral, you know, side of things. You could even edge this on the outer corner if you like. It's just a beautiful creamy matte cream eyeshadow, which that is so hard to do. That's probably why they only have one of them, because matte creams are typically really tough to blend, but you can see how gorgeous that is. I really, really love that one. Definitely something special in the whole roundup that we have going here. All right, moving on, 725. This one is really pretty, but it's just too gold for me. I don't see myself using this one a lot. It's not that intense. This is more of like a satin gold that kind of makes you go, what's the point? I don't like the color and it's not intense enough. All right, moving on. Number 730, absolute favorite. Just take a pause because it's like a pink toned rose gold champagne. This is like what makeup dreams are made of. It is so absolutely beautiful, stays put. This is the kind of shade that you could just put all over the lid, add mascara, and that's it. Put on, you know, a swipe of lipstick and you look very pulled together, very much like you put in the effort, but really secretly you only spent like 3 minutes on your makeup. So this is a beautiful, very flattering, rosy kind of a champagne. Moving to number 735, this is gorgeous. This is like a more cool toned version of Chanel's Epitant, which I had in my empties video. This is clearly much more affordable. It will lock into place the same way. It's not gonna give you the same micro glitter effect as the Chanel one, which I believe is like $40, but this is less than half the price. It gives you such a beautiful wash of green color without being too loud, really reflective, really smooth, and I think this is a gorgeous color. Perfect for this time of year, like leading into spring as well. Then we're getting into the super metallic. This one is so stunning. I have already worn this on my channel and you guys were asking about it so much, but I didn't want to say anything yet because I didn't know if I really loved it. I never want to say like, yeah, I'm wearing this, and that is like the seal of approval to go out and buy it, because I was still testing it out. But this one, can we see? I have been in there. This is something that I think is so beautiful. It is an icy purple lilac shade with a ton of micro glitter that is very, very silver toned. It's super metallic. It's really hard to screw this one up. Again, you can just pop this all over the lid, throw like a tiny bit of color in the crease, some liner, a little mascara, and it looks so intense. Like you spent hours blending, but really you didn't. Best way to apply them is with your fingertips. Smooth them on. It doesn't take a lot of time blending things out. It's quick and it's locked in. You know that once you leave the house, you're going to be looking good and fresh, and the color is going to stay exactly like this all day long. Then we have And then I skipped a shade. Oh, there's supposed to be a pink one in the mix that I really, really want. I don't know if it's because I always want what I can't have, but I don't have it in front of me. Let's just take a moment for that. And now we'll move on. Okay, so we have number 750. This is a beautiful white silver, not something that I would reach for a ton, but it is pretty and it actually is nicely opaque and even. Sometimes the cream shadows that are more silver can be very bunchy, chunky, hard to blend, and a little bit patchy. This one is just very, very smooth and totally Tati approved, even though it's not really the kind of color that I personally would wear that often because I don't think it looks good on me. But the formula, 100% thumbs up. Then we have what traditional smoky eye dreams are made of. This is a beautiful charcoal smoky gray that has so much going on in it. It's gorgeous and bright, but deep and dark and silver and mysterious, and just lays the perfect foundation down for a great, easy smoky eye. So you could just put this all over the lid, even take it like a little bit into the crease and then blend it out into the crease, maybe take a darker shade above it, and it's just gonna look great and be really a two-step smoky eye. Run the color a little bit on the lower lash line as well, and you're good. Which actually, I should mention, I am wearing the shade 710 underneath my lower lash line, and what's nice about using a cream on the lower lash line, there's no fallout, nothing is gonna ruin your concealer, it stays put, and it's really, really easy to kind of get that blurred, really blended out type of A-line, so nothing looks super harsh. And again, number 710 on the lower lash line. The last one that I have is the shade 760. Now this is not a color for me. I just think silvers make my eyes look really red and I look really tired, and it's just not my favorite thing to wear. But again, very similar consistency to number 750 in the sense that it is not patchy. It is absolutely just really super easy to blend, very even in coverage, and easy to work with. So again, I'm going to say thumbs up. Not my favorite shade, but if you like this kind of a shade, because when this is done well, when I see a woman wearing a beautiful silvery gorgeousness on her lids or on his lids, like I love it. I love the way it looks. I just personally think it makes me look tired, so I kind of avoid that type of a shade. All right, there we have it. That is all of the new Colorstay cream shadows that I got my hands on. I think they are beautiful. There are only a few of them that kind of made me go, not really excited, but for the most part, I would say 80% of these are totally incredibly awesome as far as the quality goes. So I think you should check these out if you need a good cream shadow. I'm going to go ahead and say that I like them better than the Maybelline Color Tattoos, which is kind of huge because I've been recommending those for years and years and years. These are a little bit creamier. They have a nicer glide and slip to them. They dry down about the same, where it is kind of a powdery locked in type of a finish, and they wear about the same, but this one just applies so much smoother and better. They don't crease, they're waterproof, and they are pretty awesome. So that is that. I will mention my eye look today took such minimal time. I literally was like 2 colors, little under the lash line, mascara, lashes, done. So if you enjoy this kind of a smoky eye that I did in under 5 minutes, then this is the kind of thing that I think you would enjoy and is worth the $7.99 at your local drugstore. So I hope you guys enjoyed these swatches and this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I will see you in tomorrow's video.